Welcome to the Power Packed Podcast. Please be quiet and courteous and silence your cell phones now. Be sure to grab some snacks and concessions, located in the lobby. And now our feature presentation. Prepare for butter.
All the time, wondering if maybe I'm losing my mind. Stepping out to the rising enemy, or maybe I'm going out to sea. Maybe you should know by now. When I get back, everything will be alright. Seems like I'm out to sea every single night. I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
Don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim.
We are the Power Pack Podcast, a podcast featuring two dudes and one rat in a shoe.
One rat in a shoe. Rat in a shoe and a friendship. That's not mutually exclusive. We're always looking for more people to hang out and have fun. And welcome to the Butterdome.
What's going on? What's happening? What is it? Time warp? Middle of the episode? We only have a minute and a half left? What's going on?
Yep, the episode is almost over. But no, actually it's just beginning because we have such a large amount of stuff to cover in the Butterdome that it may take the whole episode to address.
Mm-hmm. Josh is that little umpire squatting behind the catcher or standing. Does the umpire squat or stand?
They squat, right?
He kind of hovers over the catcher like a, helicopter mom. And, normally he's doing like fastball, change up. And then this episode 61, Josh is like, give me the curveball, feed my soul, won't get lost in your pictures, mid, home run. Wow.
Yeah. Well, let me thank those Patreon supporters real quick. Okay, we got the usual. We got Crumb Baby, thank you for constantly sending them cheddar, them bucks our way and supporting us. Thanks for all the content you help out with the Crumb Corner, everything. Thank you. Gary Bilson, thank you for donating that money, drinking down your mayonnaise, just being Oklahoma's favorite cowboy. Gary Graphics, thank you for donating. Thank you for teaching us how to make a GIF. A GIF. Thank you, Patreon supporters.
Yeah. And we want to do a little shout out to Mr. Shake, new on the Discord. Welcome to the Rat Life.
The Rat Life. It's a good one. It's a lot of garbage. We like to kind of sleep in garbage, dig around in garbage, just live garbage.
And we do recommend, if you want to kind of fit the lifestyle of the rat, only brush your top row of teeth and let the bottom rot out. That way you kind of have a nice overbite, like a nasty little sewer rat. Kind of like the GIF we have in our Discord.
Yep. I'm thinking that, like, be a cool rat kind of thing.
Maybe only brush the front two teeth. So those are the only teeth that stay in your mouth. And then
I think that's pretty genius.
Let the other 20-some fall out.
Yep. And then you just got those two buck teeth in the front, and then you'll be a total rat, and let your hair grow out, and then don't wear any clothes, and then get a tail, and then just crawl around. It's really fun.
Yeah, some people like to do body mods where they put spikes in their head and, tattoo leopard skin on them.
Yeah.
Some people like to bush mod, and they have bushes in their front yard that they like to carve into a choo-choo train or something.
Yep.
This is the rat mod, and you don't need anything external. You just need one toothbrush and much less toothpaste than normal. So.
Yep.
So this is going to be a weird episode. The vibe might be a little melancholy, a little more sunrise, because it's Saturday morning when we're doing this.
Ratter Day. Well, Sunday, but it's Ratter Day.
Sunday.
Sunday is Ratter Day.
It's Sunday is the new Ratter Day. Yeah. We forgot to. We didn't forget. We just didn't record this week. So I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. We have a lot of emails. So we're in the Butterdome. We're just gonna power through all these emails together.
Let's do it.
All right, one at a time. We're gonna slowly debrief, deconstruct, analyze, articulate what is being said, and relay that information back to you. Communication. It's the rat way.
It is purely the rat way. And
it's purely the rat way.
We'll take this like an NPR kind of approach. Just like, you know, more radio. Like you're listening to this on your commute to your big city job, and you've got your cup of coffee, and you're listening to John and Josh just tell you about the Crumb Corner, the emails, the Butterdome.
I want you to treat me like you would Dr. Laura Schlesinger. Okay. I want the same. I require the same level of respect that she gets.
I demand that.
I demand it. As a doctor of ratology, it's required for this episode. All right. So put on your glasses, tighten up your tie, straighten it up. Make sure your pocket square isn't crooked. Get the Cheetos out of there. Email number 1. Here we go. Dear JJ Fresh, would you rather have to be on an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway, or have Richard Simmons live with you for the rest? Or have Richard Simmons live with you for the rest of your lives? But keep in mind, if you choose the first option, you would have to be on and funny every night, even when you're exhausted from the day or you want to have dinner with your wife. Nope, you have to go film another episode of the show. Bye-bye, Crumb.
That's a really good question. How about we do this? Whoever reads the question, the person who doesn't will answer first, and then that way we just have like a really good cadence. I think for me, this is a good question, because if you live with Richard Simmons, you'll probably be in really good shape, because, you know, he instructs like the dance jazzercise classes. So you'll probably be like totally ripped, like swole, because he's probably like super energetic all the time. So, you know, you're getting in good shape. But for me, personally, I think I would like to be on Whose Line Is It Anyways, because, it's just like, I've always wanted to be on TV. I think that'd be cool. And, I think John and I essentially do a Whose Line Is It Anyways every week. So I think we could really excel in that outlet. And it'd be kind of funny, you know, ending my work day and I'm like, I really need to go home quick and, you know, make a quick, like, quick thing of some, like something to eat for dinner, maybe some steak and potatoes. Cause I gotta rush down to the Embassy Studios and film a Whose Line Is It Anyways. But I have to finish the status report for work. It's like, I'll have to wait. So I drive down there, drink a Monster Energy drink and then get up and just do it. So I think I'd pick the Whose Line Is It Anyway.
Very nice. See, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, it gives me the idea that maybe one of these episodes we should research a bunch of the games from Whose Line Is It Anyways and then play them on the podcast.
Ooh.
It would obviously have to be modified for audio format, but you know, they have the games where they make songs on the fly, or they do the scenes from a hat sort of a thing.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna write that down.
Do something. Yeah, maybe we could do some research. See if we can make Whose Rat Is It Anyway?
Let's do that next episode. How about that? I'm gonna do it. I'm putting it on
perfect.
Already. Whose rat is it anyway?
Not only are these emails, they're little plants, and they're just getting watered. And next episode, you're gonna see an oak tree of a podcast. It's gonna be wonderful. I would pick Richard Simmons to live with me because I feel he has sort of that Kardashian status around him. And by me living with him, I will then be included into that sort of Kardashian lifestyle of Richard Simmons-ness. Yeah, so just to be like a one of those glorified house husbands who doesn't contribute to anything of Richard Simmons' life, but I'm still famous. I think I'll just do that.
That's a good way.
I'll be like the Kanye West, except it'll be kind of the opposite. He'll be the Kardashian, or maybe he's the Kanye West and I'm Kim.
You could be. No, you're more of Kanye West because you rap and you make your own. You make music, make beats. So I think you're more of the Kanye, and then Richard is more of the Kim. But that's a power move because, like you said, just glide into being famous. You're in that seat and you get to go to all the cool Hollywood events. You get to go out to dinner with like Jay-Z and Beyonce and stuff. It seems cool. It's a win-win.
Yeah, I'll just ride on his coattails and just kind of get into his circle of friends, and then pretty soon we're doing TikTok videos together. He's a guest on the podcast.
Yep.
I think it's just a win-win. And I think if we have the balance of you being on Whose Line, then we can kind of get our friend circles together. And it's just a really synergetic relationship.
It is. And it's funny because if Crumb only knew that we'd both take our different routes and then we'd meet back in the middle with us both being famous, and then it's like we both benefited from this. Now we're both, you've got like your connections with Richard, I've got my Whose Line connections, and then we can make our own like TV show where we're all on it. It's just a win-win.
It's kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway? And Josh Karsh is a piece of bread, and then me and Richard Simmons is another piece of bread, and the universe bites them up into the shape of boomerangs and then launches us out, and we go our separate ways, but eventually we make a sandwich of good content for everybody.
Exactly.
It's kind of the vibe I got from that. So
I've got chills. Just your description of that, and got chills back in the neck for sure.
Hopefully it's not from any sort of COVID vaccine. You don't want to be getting sick from that, right? I don't know how that all works. Let's go to the next email.
All right, I'll read that one out. Don't get them chills.
COVID chills.
No, got them chills.
It's like the Harlem Shake, but more sickly.
I remember it's really weird that the Harlem Shake that was famous when we were working at the movie theater. And that seems like it wasn't that long ago, but it was like it's been I think 8 years or something. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Time flies.
I graduated from high school as of June 10 years ago. Kind of crazy.
Ooh. So, old guard right here.
Old. And I'd be eligible to go to my high school reunion, but the funny part is you couldn't make me go to high school reunion. Like, that's my question. I'm going to just pivot real quick and then I'll read Crumb's thing. So, would you go to your high school reunion? Like the Canby one?
I didn't it was my time.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I don't. I mean, the people I hung out with in high school, I still hang out with virtually on the internet. So I'm like, I don't know.
That's me too. It's like, I see the people that matter. And then living in Oregon City and Canby, it's like you go to Fred Meyer, you're going to see everybody. It's like high school reunion every week. Because for me, living in Oregon City, every time I'd go to the Fred Meyer there or Safeway or just anywhere, I would see, like every time I'd go, I see someone from high school. So it's like, I get the high school reunion all the time, just going grocery shopping. And that's why I like living in the Seattle area. It's like, I haven't ran into one person I know from high school yet.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful. I like it. I went to the grocery store this morning and I didn't run into anyone. And if I did, that would be very strange because I'm very far from Oregon City. But alas, I just had that tangent. So Crumb's second question, here we go. So I work in ER registration, and the other night my charm bracelet got stuck in the phone cord and I couldn't get unstuck. I was by myself at the time and I had to answer calls and reach really far from my opposite arm for things. And then a couple came in and I had to get them visitor bands for their wrists. Normally I would walk out to the lobby and put them on for them because, you have to stick the two ends together. But I told them, you have to put these on yourself because I'm stuck. And I held up my arm with the phone. It was awkward, and I eventually got unstuck. Crumb. P.S. I did undo the bracelet, but that didn't work because it was the safety chain that was stuck. Not necessarily a question, but a very hilarious story. And I'm sorry that happened, Crumb. There's I've had multiple instances of I've never actually gotten like stuck with things, but I've had moments where I've accidentally got my hands like stuck briefly in things. Like last night, some stuff fell behind the freezer, and it has like a pull-out drawer of our freezer, and I stuck my arm in to grab something, and it got stuck for a second. And there's always that moment. It's like an oh no moment where it's like, I'm going to get my arm stuck or finger stuck in this thing. And it's just, it really is embarrassing. And so I couldn't imagine having that at work. So I'm sorry that happened, but that's also, thank you for sharing that, because that is really funny. It's like, all right, you're going to have to do it yourself.
I was thinking maybe here's a solution in case it happens next time. Maybe just take the phone with you. Because I think the cord that plugs into the wall should be pretty long.
Yeah.
Just carry the phone underneath your arm, and then you can kind of, I don't know, put the necklace on them. But you're kind of winching the phone between your elbow and your body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just a thought. Or cut the cord.
You could cut the cord too. Or I like the idea. I like your idea, John. But maybe she should just permanently wear like a JanSport backpack, and then when she has to get up to like, you know, go get lunch or help out a customer, she just puts the backpack in her JanSport, the backpack, and puts the phone in there, and then she can get up and just do whatever. So that way you keep it close, and then no one has to know that you got stuck to the phone, because it's just like, oh, I'm just wearing a JanSport, and everyone's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, JanSport's cool. I always feel like the leather bottom is going to break when you get it wet, but it never did.
Yep. It never did.
Maybe never did. It's kind of magical that way.
It's
maybe you do like a power move
and
don't move from your desk. Have them come to you.
Exactly. They'll be like, oh, can we get a band? And just say no. And they're like, what? And you're like, no, I'm not moving. And they're like, oh, but we need this. And then you
do that finger wiggle, but your finger's like pointed up, and you're kind of doing that scoop motion, like a Cruella de Vil sort of a thing, like come here. That's all you say to them. Necklace. Come here.
I want to give you a band.
I'm going to give you clearance level 2. Come here.
Come here close.
Come here real close. Closer. Don't
get right in my ear. Oh, you said don't nibble my ear, girl.
Don't nibble my ear.
You motion them, and then they get close, and then you put your hand out. You're like, don't nibble my ear. And they're like, what?
And then you clip it on, and then you kind of, you like at them.
Yeah, no. Pull them in close, and right in there do those, you know.
Scram
rat. Push them away.
Just flick their nose.
Yeah. And they're like, ow. Oh. You and I, it's good that we don't work, because you and I, I've always, you're the only person I've worked at 2 jobs with. It's still crazy that it happened. It's just craziness. But if we ever worked at a 3rd place together, which, you know, maybe if you guys move back or something, or we move out that way, you and I can work at the same place. But I can't imagine us working at the same place now with the podcast and everything, because we'd get these ideas and we'd be at work and we're like, oh no, now we're, you know, telling people to come here. And then we're like, you know, on our lunch break, we're crawling around the break room like rats. You know, there's just different things you could do.
Come here. Like maybe we crawl into the vents, and then we kind of drop things from the little vents. And I don't know, we're just up in the ducts, just kind of creeping around. I don't know what we would do at work, but I think it'd be fun.
I think it'd be fun too. So is it our first day, and we were kind of nervous to meet the other people, so we crawled into the vents and we were screwing around like little rats, and
we're giving each other like a pep talk, like, we can do this. Yeah, I know. Okay. And we're up in the vents, and people kind of hear murmuring. They're like, what the heck is happening up there? Who is someone up there?
They hear,
you could do it, Josh. You could do it.
You got this. I believe in you. And then they hear like full-grown men like crawling on all fours up in the fence. Can you imagine the sound of that? It's like 8 limbs just tapping on the, like it's probably pretty loud. You know, you and I moving our way through the vents to like the break room or whatever.
Yeah. We would need maybe furry rat knee pads to help cushion the sound.
That's it. It's like a silencer. Yeah, it's like a knee silencer.
Yeah, we should have like a rat sign language. Maybe we make our hands into little cup shapes like C's and then put them on our head so it looks like rat ears. And that's kind of our sign to each other during the workday. Like, you can get through this. You're the daddy rat. I believe in you. Like, that's what that means.
I like the hand signal. That's a good way of doing it because, I don't know, it just gets us like, it gets us feel motivated and connected. It's like, you know, it's always nerve wracking starting a new job or somewhere new. You know, you don't feel like you're not going to fit in. But if you have your other friend who's also a rat at heart, it makes it easier for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like an encouragement sort of a thing throughout the day. So say I put up my rat ears at you and you see it. So you would acknowledge it by turning around and pointing your finger out of your like backside, like your tail's wagging, or your little rat tail's wagging. So that's how I would know that you heard me and you're encouraged. And then you would give me the rat ears and I would do the tail. And it's just like that's how we communicate at work. Our own little rat language. That's our first rat sign.
The rat sign. Man, I want to
RSL.
I want to get a job together now just so we can do our rat language to each other.
It's a rat sign language.
Yeah. Also, we each take our lunch break at the same time, even though probably not supposed to. And we sit at our own table and we sit under the table. And then the only thing we brought to, for lunch is one like big thing of cheese. And I like split it in half and give you one. And we're like hunkered down under this thing, just eating cheese out of our hands like rats. Just HR comes by. They're like, how you doing?
Someone like is eating at the table above us and they drop some food on the ground and they're like, oh man, they go to pick it up and throw it away, but they see us snatch it and they're eating like this half-eaten pizza.
That's even better because they didn't know we were under there. And then, yeah, it drops and then they go to grab it, but they see this like kind of like hand with long fingernails grab it, pull it away.
Because we don't cut our fingernails anymore.
Yep.
Because we're all rat troll.
Rat, 100% rat troll. And also imagine the teeth thing you were talking about at the beginning of the episode. So we didn't brush our teeth. So they're just the front two and our hair is greased back. So we look like rats.
This is good. This is my new Halloween costume. A real life rat. Human rat.
I think we should make it happen. I feel like we talk about rats enough where it's definitely every episode. But the human rat Halloween costume is so funny. It would be great.
I think it'd be a hit for the families, the kids, the teens out there. It would just hit, I think, a little box on everyone's wish list on a Halloween costume. What people want in one. So
yeah.
We are here to please the rats, the masses, the boys and girls of Halloween. Hey, JJ Fresh. Jonathan and I briefly discussed a few months ago about how... Okay, I can't read. Jonathan and I briefly discussed a few months ago about how among payment apps, Venmo was the trashy one and Cash App was the classier one. It got me thinking about other things that are classy versus trashy. Not that the trashy ones are bad, but the classy ones is just more refined, more polished, maybe has a better reputation and look than the trashy one. So, like with peanut butter, Jif is the classy, Skippy is the trashy. With chocolate, Dove is classy, Hershey's is trashy. Starbucks, classy. Dunkin' Donuts, trashy. Like I said, not actually trashy, but just not as polished and refined as Starbucks. Starbucks is like the more put-together, stylish older sister. It's like books. Even if you prefer paperback, everyone would agree that hardback is just more classic-looking than a paperback. ! Any more y'all can think of? What are your thoughts, Crumb?
Wow, that was Sometimes I can definitely tell that you guys are related. I like that she does there's a lot of analysis. You guys are a very smart family. And I like that you look at things just like a lot of people just comb through life and they don't really think of things. They don't really see the things around them and make these like acknowledgments. But I like this. I wouldn't really think of that, but it's right on. I agree. Venmo seems like more of like I don't know, just doesn't seem as polished like Cash App. I know you and I use Cash App, John, and it's
clean.
It's clean. It's fresh. And yeah, Hershey's is just like, I don't know. Hershey's, is a little bit trashy, and same with Skippy. And I think the Starbucks Dunkin' Donut thing is very on point. It's funny because there used to be Dunkin' Donuts in Oregon, but now it's just like an East Coast thing, I think, or also in Texas as well. But for me, some of those elements too is like, for instance, Wendy's. I mean, Wendy's is at like there's different fast food restaurants. This is my interpretation. So like Wendy's, Jack in the Box, I'm trying to think of what other. There's something like that. Those are like as low level trashy as possible. I just like, I have like a vendetta against Wendy's. I just don't like it. And Jack in the Box is okay, but when I eat it, I feel like I'm gonna have to be like hospitalized, just like really bad. But then there's like, so there's really bottom tier, and then I'd say in like the middle tiers, like you're like McDonald's and I think Taco Bell's higher than that. But then you get up there and then you're messing around with Chick-fil-A and Burgerville. I feel like that's classy fast food. It's expensive. But also Taco Bell can be fancy. Last night I went to Taco Bell in Kirkland and it had, I kid you not, a patio, like a decked out patio with like string lights. It looked like a gastropub. And even weirder is when you're in the drive-thru, the area where the people make the food is all glass see-through, like it's like Subway or something, and you can see into there and watch people, watch them make your food. And I thought that was like the yuppiest thing. Because imagine you're like, you're 10 hours into your shift, you've already had all your smoke breaks, you're trying to make a chalupa, and you see this family of like 5 or 6, and they're like, oh, look in there, everybody, look, they're making the chalupas, and they're all like staring at you like you're like a zoo animal, and you're just like trying to quickly, make the thing. But there could also be the other side of it where you could be like this, like you feel like a rock star. You feel like you're performing, like you and I, when we perform live in front of people, that's like them. They're like, I'm on point. I'm killing it today. I've made 6 chicken quesadillas in a row and didn't forget the creamy jalapeno sauce. So, I went off a really long tangent there. I was just really impressed by that Taco Bell last night. But anyways, coming back to it, my point being is there's different iterations of these, the classy versus the trashy. I always think of food and stuff. There's so many different versions, but anyways, I could talk about that all day. Very good question, Crumb. What about your thoughts on that, John?
I was trying to think of some comparisons. I don't know, like the one I got is office chairs, because I recently got an office chair the other day. Because my old one kept wanting to kill my lower back. So, okay. In the world of gaming, there's two types of chairs people tend to get. They get those big, ugly, full, ginormous, like ugly, big, ginormous looking, ugly, big, ginormous, those ugly, big, ginormous chairs. They're just so ugly and big and ginormous. I hate them. And I kind of had a hybrid version of that. It was, a brown chair. Anyways, those are trashy. Classy are those more minimalist, sleek, executive kind of nylon chairs, because those actually provide like back support, and you can, they're customizable. You can get it just right. those are classy. So that's my off the top of the head comparison. I'm trying to think of anything else that's trashy or classy. Oh, here's one. If you're a guitar player, tube amps, classy, classic. Trashy, solid state amps, digital. I mean, they're still good. They still function. They do their job. And I use them when I record albums, but tube amps, classy.
It's a very good analysis.
Let's see if I can do a number 3. If I can pull 3 out. I got 2. Oh, trashy. The new Solitaire that's loaded up on Windows 10. Classy. The classic Solitaire that was on like Windows 98. And the cards did that thing when you won. Now, they just bounce around all weird. And it's like an app form, and you get ads in the new one. So that's trashy.
That's trashy.
Any app that's on your computer that has ads, trashy. On your phone, you expect it because it's your phone, and that's pretty much what it is. It's a walking commercial that you have in your pocket. But on your computer, you should be disconnected and away from that crap. And when you open up Solitaire and there's an ad for, I don't know, volcano insurance in Maui, no, trash. Get it out of here. Those are my 3.
That's brilliant, man. Again, the brilliant whips. It'll be my book, my memoir. It won't even be about me. It'll be about you guys. I agree so much with all of those, especially. Well, I agree with all of them equally, but I was going to say office chairs. I'm in the same boat. I think those big gaming chairs, the big dumb ones, it's got like, you got your stereo headset and built into the thing, and you can like lean, and there's like custom, and they look dumb and like dorky, they're big and bulky, and they're like, bright lime green or something stupid. And
yeah,
I'm in the same boat as you. I got like a classy I got an Amazon like office chair with lumbar support and a headrest. Just real simple. It was like $100. Best chair I've ever had. So comfy,
That's all you need. That's all you need.
So I'm glad to hear you went the same route. We're a couple of classy chair boys. And then I might just be a complete snob and a jerk, but tube amps are where it's at. Like my Fender Hot Rod Deluxe 3, I bought it 2011 actually, so it's only been 10 years. I've only had to replace the tubes once. It's just it's just like the sound too. When you play a guitar through a solid state or whatever, combo amp, whatnot, it's like, it's okay, whatnot. But when you play it through a tube, you can just hear every single rich note. It's like everything you play is just like butter. It's just,
Yeah. When we get a house, I want to get a SM57 mic and start reamping with my tube amp, because I think it'd be fun to try out.
Ooh.
Because my interface can do it, and I tried it and it works, but I got to crank that bad boy up. So maybe
remember
someday.
You saying it's really loud, yeah, is what it sounds like. And you have a really nice tube amp, right? You've got like the really nice head and cabinet.
I have a Eddie Van Halen 3. I don't know what it's called. EVH 3 eyes, Roman numeral 3 watt, 50 watt. It's like the white mini kind of one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a Mesa Boogie cabinet, like a half stack, which is, I bought it for shows, and that was when we stopped doing shows. So now I guess I'll use it for recording when I get a house. So that's the plan.
Well, if you guys get the house out think of all of the benefits of being out in the country. If you end out there, not only can you do all of your, let's just say your hobbies, out at the back of your porch, if you know what I'm talking about, if you're living with like barely any neighbors, dude, you can crank up your amp as loud as you want, especially if it's a day off and, Charlene's at work or she, out and about, you can like crank that thing up. And like you said, especially for reamping, it's just,
yeah, I'm gonna have to like relearn how to reamp, because I did it once at a low volume and I was like, oh cool, it works. But I think it'll be a good little project to work on. But enough about tech talk, right? I mean, our rats, they like, what did they like? They like the
cheese,
like the cheese. Aaron Carter gossip. Oh, there's another trash in class. Aaron Carter. Classy or trashy?
Aaron Carter. I think Aaron Carter. So if we're talking like child stars, I think Aaron Carter would be obviously the trashy end of it, and then I think a classy would be like a Josh Peck. You know.
Yeah. There it is. Josh Peck and Aaron Carter. That was perfect. I was pitching that to you, hoping you'd come up with Aaron Carter's counterpart because I didn't have it. And I'm glad you found it.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
I think they're about the same age, and yeah, Josh Peck, he turned out to be he just like seems like a really nice guy. He has like a wife and kids now, and then you got Aaron Carter.
That was the chunk one, right?
He was chunky back in the day, and now he got all
and
fit.
Then he did that Richard Simmons live-in diet.
Yep, I think it was the Richard Simmons one, actually.
What's weird about big people who get small is that their necks always look really small compared to their head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that is, but
it's just a proportion thing. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Anyways, good for you, Josh Peck. Peck was born in New York City, grew up in Hell's Kitchen, Manhattan. He attended the Professional Performing Arts School. He has never met his biological father. He grew up with his mother, Barbara, who is a career coach and maternal grandmother. Wait, he grew up with his mother, who is a career coach. Oh, he grew up with his mother and grandmother. I was like, how can his mother be his grandmother? Come on, Wikipedia.
Yeah, that just hurts my
Jewish, as both of his parents. He had a bar mitzvah ceremony. He had asthma during his childhood. This is the weirdest summary of a person.
Weird. That's weird, man. That's like...
And he often stayed indoors watching old sitcoms. Okay, let me read this for you one more time. Peck is Jewish, as both of his parents. He had a bar mitzvah ceremony. He had asthma during his childhood. And often stayed indoors watching old sitcoms.
I've read Wikipedia like summaries of people in their early life, and that is by far the weirdest one I've ever heard. It's like it's so disjointed, like it doesn't make any sense. It's just like, okay, here's some like random facts about him that we probably dug up from TMZ.
It's like this, I don't know, this guy was most people who write on Wikipedia, I feel as if they want to write on Wikipedia. No one is forced to write an article on Wikipedia. So
no,
this seems like something that is homework and they just rush through it. Like, I don't know, write a report about Josh Peck. He's Jewish, he had a bar mitzvah, he had asthma, he liked staying inside and watching old sitcoms. The end, conclusion. This doesn't sound like a very enthused writer.
That's like a C- paper, man. That's really like, yeah, it's not passionate. Like, it's just like, come on, Josh Peck deserves more than that.
Does he have any enemies? Let's look. Early life, career, personal life, films.
Is there usually a section for enemies? That'd be really funny in Wikipedia. You know how it says personal life and career? What if it said enemies and had a list of enemies?
And maybe one of those wrote the early life section. Someone who just hated him and wanted to get it over with. Like,
heard he had asthma.
He had asthma.
I think for a while,
bar mitzvah I wasn't invited to.
I was gonna say, I think for a while Drake Bell, Drake didn't like Josh because he didn't invite him to his wedding.
Oh, I heard about that little thing.
Yeah, and then I heard something really funny recently that Drake Bell moved to Mexico and he became like a pop star in Mexico, and he changed his name, something really strange. You should Google that real quick. Yeah, it's almost like an Aaron Carter news type thing. Yeah, he moved to Mexico, became a pop star, and changed his name to something.
He looks much older than Josh.
He looks like he's like 50. Dude looks, he did not age well.
I mean, he's like our age.
Yeah.
34. Yeah, 34. I'm trying to look if I can see him in like I don't know, eating one of those spicy corns or anything. Pictures on Wikipedia. I don't see that he went to Mexico. Television, film. Oh, he did a direct-to-DVD in 2020 called The Big Trip. He played a character named Oscar. Video games, discography. Oh, no, I think you're right. His last album was called Sesiones en Casa 2020.
Oh wait, I found the link.
So yeah, I think you're right.
Here you go. His name, I think it's like Drake Cabana or Campana. Yeah, Campana.
In this shirt, he's wearing a Slayer shirt in this picture. Sorry. Yeah, he's wearing a Slayer shirt. And in this picture, he's wearing a nice shirt with clouds and people swinging from the clouds, and he's playing his acoustic guitar. In this picture, he looks like Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, no.
With like a plaid suit and a hideous tie.
Pee Wee Herman.
He's very diverse in his styles.
Yeah, it's like David Bowie. Yeah.
Yeah, I call him Drake Bowie.
All right, this next song's called Drake Bowie by Drake Bowie off my album Drake Bowie.
I started from the bottom, now here.
Yeah.
Start from the bottom, now Josh Pecker's here with me.
Did I ever tell you the story, quick tangent of, we've obviously played with a lot of strange bands back in the day, but there's this band we played with, and they were cool guys. They were in a death metal band. And we played a show with them at like a defunct venue that was in Oregon City. And their band name was Torture, right? And every song was called Torture. They'd be like, and they were dead serious. I think they were either joking or they weren't, but they're like, all right, we're Torture. This next song's called Torture. And they just play like a metal song, like.
That's pretty awesome.
And I feel like that's like, it's pretty great. Like, imagine you and I, we had a band called like The Rats, and we're like, this next song's called The Rats. It's just like random music.
The Rats.
Oh,
yeah.
I always remember that, and I feel like eventually, if you and I got famous, I'd want to write like a TV show or a book or movie about just all of the different bands we played with. There's just so many funny stories. It's because it's funny when you get a group of musicians together. And there's all these different elements. Like some people have big egos. Some are really cool. Some are really weird. And it's just funny to see a group of people get together and make music because it's like you just never know what you're going to get.
Life is like a box of bands. You never know how the personalities are going to interact with each other.
Exactly.
However the saying goes. Wait, he was on the Amanda Show?
I think he was. That's where they got their start, I'm pretty sure.
Drake Bell. Wow. Yeah, I wonder if he's going to guest vocalize on, what would we say? MC Dirty Binds? What was her rap name? Amanda Rhymes.
Yeah. Dude, that would
MC
be,
Dirty Binds.
That'd be the best album if it had like Aaron Carter and Drake Bell, and it's all it's like, it's really
and
bad. Amanda Bynes. I would listen to that. I would buy that album. Man, I would listen to that on repeat.
They should call it Triple Threat.
And they're like, I imagine they're kind of like, I don't know, like D12 or Terror Squad. They're just like a group, and they make the rap songs. Probably pretty good. I mean, Drake and Aaron Carter both sing, and Aaron, he raps. He's the double threat, and then Amanda raps. So it's like you got all the elements there. It's kind of like Outkast.
And 2/3 of them have face tattoos, so that's good for, I don't know, reaching, the masses.
Yeah, it's
all about face tattoos nowadays.
Exactly. It's the market. And because if you have a face tattoo, I guarantee you're going to be more likely to listen to that band because they have face tattoos. You're like, oh, I can, they made the same decision as me. So it just makes sense.
You know what I want for a face tattoo?
What do you want?
I want the Taco Bell as like a teardrop in the corner of my eye. Like I murdered someone, except I'll be murdering those grilled stuffed burritos, boy.
Oh, boy. Man, that's a great, because far away, they're like, oh, man, he went to prison, killed someone. They get a little closer to talk to you, and you're like, is that a Taco Bell? You're like, yeah, boy, because I've been murdering those grilled stuffed burritos.
Oh, he just enjoys lunch.
Oh, that's good. He's not a murderer.
Yeah. Or I would do all my tattoos. You know those pictures where from a distance, it looks like a picture, but then you get close up, it's just really tiny pictures that create this picture.
Ooh, yes.
All my tattoos would be little tiny Taco Bell logos, but they would all make my different tattoos when you zoom out. So I'd have like a cat, but it's all Taco Bell bells. Or I'd have a Taco Bell bell, but when you zoom in, it's just little Taco Bell bells. You zoom in on those, it's even smaller Taco Bell bells.
it just like probably takes like hours and hours to get done, but it'll look sick with all those little Taco Bell bells. It's just like you said, it's a continuous line. That would be cool.
I think it'd be really neat. Have a happy trail of Taco Bell bells.
Just decked out. You need like a giant sword on your back or your chest made out of Taco Bell bells, like Brock Lesnar.
Oh, on your knuckles, you have different fast food logos. So it's like a Taco Bell bell, a M, a Jack in the Box head, the Wendy's lady on a knuckle. Subway is like a text logo. That doesn't really work. Burger King, you can kind of do.
It's a king, yeah.
Chick-fil-A, you can do that little chicken thing they have. You just have fast food knuckles. That'd be so cool. And then when your significant other's like, "Where do you want to eat today?" You just flip up the finger with the fast food logo on it. You don't have to speak anymore. You just be like, "I want to go here."
Yeah, I want to go here.
I want to go Cheesecake Factory.
I was going to say, Cheesecake Factory. I was going to say, okay, let's just hash this out right now because this is important. So you got 8 spots on your fingers, right? For both hands, so 4. So you have to pick the fast food establishments. Like what's your 8 favorite? I'm going to write mine down real quick in the notes so I can figure it out too.
Oh, let me find the notes. Okay, there you go. Taco Bell. These are Josh's top picks for fast food. Number 1, Taco Bell. Number 2, Chick-fil-A. Number 3, Burgerville. Expensive. Number 4.
It's expensive. I'm trying to think the ones I actually like.
Number 4, Quiznos subs. Quiznos subs.
I thought of that last night actually because I passed by Quiznos. I want to record a cover of that.
Dude, I loved Quiznos in high school. There was one right by our high school. Go in there, get a Black Angus. Oh, so good.
Oh,
do Quiznos exist anymore?
There's a couple. I went to one about a year ago, and it was really gross because it was in the middle of nowhere in like rural Washington. But they exist. There used to be one in Oregon City too, right by the high school and college.
Let me see if I recognize any of these sandwiches. Okay, they still have the Black Angus. That one was, I always got that one. Chicken carbonara was another good one. I think those are the 2 main ones I got. They look like they have some new contenders here. Honey mustard chicken. Do they look like they used to? Oh, that does not look like it used to. Or maybe that's just a picture. I don't know. Let's look. Is there one near me? The closest one is Denver, Colorado. No way. Are they that? Okay, no, there's some in St. Louis.
Dude, you should go to one like today if you guys are,
There's only one in the St. Louis area. And I think it's like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 minutes. Still, well, I thought there'd be more. I thought there'd be like 5 at least. I thought Quiznos was doing better. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. What's on your list right now?
Oh, some of these I don't know if they're fast food, but I tried to think of my 8 favorites.
I'd put Whataburger on mine.
Whataburger. I've never been. Is that in Texas, right?
Yeah, it's yummy.
I've never been. Never ever been. I think I want to go. We should do a Texas. We should meet up with all of us should meet up with Crumb and like go to like Austin, Texas or something. Yeah, and just like go eat Whataburger. So I'd say my top ones is In-N-Out Burger, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, Burgerville, Popeyes. And then these ones I'm not quite sure if they count, but Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's, and Chipotle.
Yeah, I'd count those.
I think they're all like in fast food realm. But I'd say there might be some I forgot, but I think that's my 8. What's your 8?
Well, since I was reminded of Whataburger, we'll do that. Would be 1. Taco Bell's 2. These aren't in order. These are just top of my head. Chick-fil-A 3. I I do like Burgerville for. Oh shoot! I do like me some Dairy Queen for the Blizzard.
Oh, I forgot that one.
I don't go there for really the burgers or anything. I'm more of
so
ice cream baby.
Yeah.
So I got 3 more. What's a good sandwich one? I do like Jimmy John's. I'll say Jimmy John's. I'll put that up there.
Jimmy Chimichanga.
Qdoba. I love Qdoba and their queso.
Oh, Qdoba goes on my list too. They're really good.
Just don't get diarrhea. I dare you not to.
It's bound to happen. I'm more likely to get diarrhea from Chipotle, honestly.
Yeah, probably same. Dude, when Qdoba had that Diablo queso, I don't know if they still have it. Oh, so good.
No, I think I missed that. Qdoba. We should go to Qdoba.
We need to do a meetup, our Feast Cake Chactory meetup, and just get some Qdoba.
Sounds like a plan.
I need one more, don't I? I need one more. One more. Boom.
What about burgers? So you picked Whataburger. Do you like In-N-Out or do you not like In-N-Out?
I thought it was all right. I don't know.
That's fair.
I think it was just my expectation was up here, and then I tried it and I was like, oh, it's good.
That's the best way to put it. Like I think it's good. It's better than other places, but it's not. I don't know. I hate to say this, but it's not like Chick-fil-A, man. Chick-fil-A, that's a quality chicken breast you're having.
Dude, we even yesterday just got some little nuggets. We tried grilled and fried just to compare them because we're like, we always get the sandwich. Let's try something new. Even that was freaking amazing. I was like, what? How? How do they do it?
So good, man. Have you tried the mac and cheese? Their mac and cheese is really good.
I have not.
Oh, it's so dirty. It's good.
I'm going to put my 8th up as a question mark. Okay. I want the rats to vote on what my 8th favorite fast food is. Let's let the people decide. Post it in general chat or on the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe. We have one more email to do?
Let's do it.
We have a PS, or is it S postscript, right?
It's just
PS.
Also,
whales are classy, dolphins are trashy. They don't have a strip club called The Whale, but they do have one called The Dolphin.
It's kind of funny. That is interesting
perspective. Because off the top of my head, I'd be like, I think dolphins are classy, but whales kind of have this silent, dignified kind of. They're like big teddy bears of the sea.
They are.
Like they're big and giant, scary. They ain't gonna hurt you unless you're an orca, and then it'll bite you. But
yeah, cute little bite. See.
So whales, the teddy bear of the sea. I like that.
I like that too. And dolphins are kind of show-offs, so I get that.
Yeah, they're going back to the strip club. Dolphins, you see them on a pole like showing off. Look what I can do. I can jump and swim in waves and stuff. Look at me. I'm on my belly. Wow. It's like, ew, gross. Roll over and swim right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whales,
I want someone to Photoshop a teddy bear whale.
Gary Graphics, maybe?
Yeah, well, he's still working on that T-shirt design from 8 months ago, right?
Ooh, yes, and I want him to Photoshop our faces onto Winslow from Cat Dog.
I want our faces on Winslow, and then I want a teddy bear faced whale.
Yep. We should.
And then I want a dolphin, with, a trashy little dolphin with way too much makeup and a tight perm on a pole.
I feel like this is something that you could draw with MS Paint. Like that's like up your alley.
Yeah. Do you want to tackle the Discord question? We haven't had one of those in a while. If you want to leave a question on Discord, click the link in the YouTube video description. And on the left-hand side, you will see different categories: server, stats, welcome, pack rats, power pack content, Butter Barn, and going live. Go to that Butter Barn section and click on Ask JJ Fresh and type a little question. Or you can email us, whatever you want to do. Take it away, Josh Peck.
Oh, well, I never thought it'd be So this question, I had to actually Google this because I haven't watched the show in a while. So from the Crumb Baby herself, what is your favorite item from Blue's Clues? Like, for example, pail, shovel, mailbox, salt, and pepper. I would say, for me at least, relevant to this year, because we get a lot of Amazon packages, been at home a lot. I'd say mailbox is very relevant, because, we're always just checking the mailbox. It's like, oh, did we get our stimulus check? Oh, did we get my my second, second impulse Amazon purchase of the day? It's like, oh, I forgot I even ordered on Amazon. You get all these different things. So mailbox is a good one. Tickety Talk, which is the clock, is another good one because we've been in quarantine, so it's good to know what day it is and what time. And of course, slippery soap is another good one for the quarantine because for a lot of times we're home all the time, we forget to shower, end up smelling like a dirty dumpster. So
I haven't showered since Friday. I know the feeling.
Yeah, I've been there too, but I also like the look of Paprika is the character. It's like a little tiny thing of paprika. I can just get down with that because I've been cooking a lot with paprika lately with my chicken, everything like that. That didn't really answer her question, but what about you?
My favorite item, I like, it's not a character, but it is an item, so I guess it's an answer that I can use, is his notebook, because I like when he draws each clue, and then at the end they pop up above the screen, like above his head, and he's looking at him like, what does Blue want me to do? I don't know. Dr. Phil.
I don't know.
What does Blue want me to do?
I do not. Blue.
Yeah, I like it when he doodles.
Bill's doodles.
Bill's doodles. I will draw you exactly what happened.
Yeah. I swear. Oh man, it's been almost a year since Tiger King came out, so I think we need another Bill Clinton Tiger King episode coming up soon.
Bill King, Tiger Clinton.
Tiger Clinton would be a really good rap band name. Oh my gosh.
Dude, write that down.
Oh man.
Maybe that could be a song of ours. Tiger Clinton.
I'm putting that underneath.
So this is our first successful 100% Butterdome episode. The whole episode was a Butterdome. We covered email after email after email after postscript after question. That's all thanks to Crumbs. This has been the Crumb Corner. This has been the Butterdome. It's been the Butterdome.
Has been. That's what I named the episode. And I put some thumbnail notes. I guess I don't want to give it away to the listeners. Actually, by the time they listen to this, they're already going to see the thumbnails. I was thinking just pictures of butter, but also the visuals of Mad Max and the Butter, or Mad Max, I almost said Mad Max and the Bunderdome, but Mad Max and the Thunderdome. So just like really spooky, apocalyptic like thing in the dome, but it's got butter everywhere. So I think that'd be kind of cool. Okay.
Yeah. Do we have any wisdom to tie in at all this week? I don't know. It's a Butterdome.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, wow. I can't believe we've been doing this for an hour. Yeah, we could just we should give some people something, but it's hard because I feel like we've been giving Power Packed Wisdom the whole episode. There's been so many different things. Oh, here's my Power Packed Wisdom. I don't know if it's more of a wisdom. It's more of, here's my Power Packed Wisdom. Mine is just, get your head out of the clouds, get your head out of the distractions of work and the stresses of life, and just how they say stop and smell the flowers. My version of that is just stop and look at the surroundings around you. Like, for instance, yesterday when I did the drive-through of that one Taco Bell, where I could see through, I did not realize that how they administer their sour cream is with a gun.
Oh, what?
It's this almost looks like something out of Borderlands. It's like this, it's this tube, and it's got like a gun handle, like a squeeze, And when you get sour cream, they use this like gun thing, and they spray sour cream onto your taco. Let me Google it. While you get your fact wisdom, it's a gun. Taco Bell sour cream.
Taco. Did you find
there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh man, you got to look at this.
It's a result when I. Oh my gosh, that looks like that caulking stuff.
Oh, they have them on Amazon, dude. You know how we got the the turkey baster? This is what we need for our next JJ Fresh, but we should put different stuff in it.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. It's $100 though.
I posted a picture of a guy using it.
Oh, it's so awkward.
He looks tough.
You don't want to mess with him. Yeah.
You don't mess with me. I got my. No, he has a chunky guacamole gun.
Oh man, dude, do not get in his way. You might be a dead man.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Wisdom. So there's a tribe or a group of people somewhere, and they do that thing where they put the rings around their neck and it stretches it out, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we kind of talked about if you're kind of a bigger person your whole life and then you lose a lot of weight, you kind of have big head, skinny neck syndrome. So you can kind of do the opposite of that by slowly just put, big heavy plates or big heavy bricks on your head slowly. So it kind of smushes your head into your neck and kind of fattens out your neck. It'll take a few years and a lot of discipline and patience, but if you're having trouble with discipline, you should listen to the Jaco podcast, and he'll help you out with that. That's my wisdom.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So.
Thank you for tuning into our regularly scheduled program. Contact Josh and Jonathan at powerpackedpodcast@gmail.com. Support the show at patreon.com/powerpacked. See you next time, you dirty little rat babies.